So I'm going to go over the top 3 best ways of making money and also ranking up this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. So if you're a low level player or you're just somebody out there that doesn't have any money whatsoever, one of these 3 things is going to be just right for you. If not, you could be switching this off and on potentially, but there are going to be a little bit of requirements here. Now, for the first one, there's no requirements except for yourself. And what we're talking about here is double cash and double RP that's going on right now with races, stunt races, to mind you, and they're over here in the community races section. You can be doing these completely solo themselves. We're going to be talking about in RP exploit, and then also we're going to be looking at some payouts, how long it took me to get in here, and is this even going to be worth doing? Well, yes, this is going to be worth doing, because after this we will be looking at Franklin Payphone hit missions, which there is a 10-minute timer. Now look at this. So since this is a stunt race, we have the ability of jumping off of the edge and then taking our car and spinning it in crazy circles just like this. And when we land on the ground, it's going to consider it being a stunt. So there it is right there. We have just earned RP from doing a stunt. And you can take advantage of that right there until the RP basically stops. All right. So we're just going to respawn. It looks like I set this to 3 laps. Let me go ahead and get through this real quick. And then we're going to be looking at the payout and also the RP and stuff like that. So once again, if you guys are a low level player, this is one way that you could be taking advantage of getting a little bit of money and also potentially fat chunks of RP. So I was only in there for like 5 minutes, it looks like, and we ended up getting almost $15,000 and a little over 3,500 RP itself. So from there, you guys, the next thing that we were going to be going over here is the Franklin Payphone hit missions. Now, the only way to be able to do Franklin Payphone hit missions is if you have to own an agency. There's no way around that. You have to own an agency to be able to do the Franklin Payphone hit missions, and you can do these anywhere in the city. All you got to do, pop open your phone, go ahead and contact Franklin, and then from there, he's going to hit you up with a Payphone hit mission. And then right here, it seems like this location always gives me Popstar, and Popstar is like one of the more easier ones. Now, by completing the bonuses for the Franklin Payphone hit missions, each one, we're going to be getting $90,000. So you might want to think about this too on, like, you know, going back and forth with maybe a Franklin Payphone hit mission, and then after that you could go do a race, and then maybe after that you could pop in and do some overtime rumble, which we're also going to be looking at here for the third best thing, because all 3 of these things right now this week dishing out double cash and double RP. So is it like even worth doing anything else besides bonuses? Not if you're a low level player, and not if you don't have like any money in the game. Watch this. Bam! Get this guy. It's weird too, because when you smack him a whole bunch, he'll do like a speed glitch or something. Look at him go. And then like he'll just run into a building. And then us being a police officer right now, we've got to leave the crime scene. Imagine that. Police officer having to leave the crime scene. So we did get the bonus done, and that means $90,000. Franklin Payphone hit missions can be done every 10 minutes in the game. So you might want to think about putting these in your repertoire. So other than that, we're going to be talking about some overtime rumble right now. Overtime rumble, dishing out double cash and double RP. And you guys can be taking advantage of it because it's going to be one of the more higher paying things that you could be doing. A little bit time consuming, but also going to be very rewarding, like where we're going to be looking at some payouts and also some strategies. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. Overtime rumble is an adversary mode mission that came into the game quite a while ago. And it's back, basically, dishing out double cash and double RP. It used to be one of my more funner adversary mode missions that I used to do, but these days it seems like there's way too many trolls, because you will end up running into potential trolls in there, people that will want to smack right into you and knock you off into the water or something like that. Right here, I think this is my favorite one. Nope, not that one. This one right here. Nope, not that one. Yeah, this one right here. This is like the best one. It's just a landing strip that we have to land on right there, and we should be good to go. So once again, if you guys go ahead and start this up, you should be joining other players that are doing this, because once again, each one of these activities, double cash and double RP, the first two can be done completely solo, but once again, if you're wanting to see some fat payouts and also some big chunks of RP, you're going to be doing this right here. Once again, it's going to be a little bit time consuming because there's a lot of, like, you know, tries, and then after tries there's going to be rounds, and then after the rounds there's going to be different missions that you can start up. But this one right here is going to be one of my favorite ones. Why? Because there's just one strip, and it looks like right here it's just going to be a 3 versus 3 match going on. As soon as everybody readies up, we can go ahead and start this up. So here it is. It's pretty straightforward, guys. All you gotta do, take your Ruiner 2000, launch it off of the ramp, land on the points that are gonna be the most points, and make sure you don't crash in the water. I mean, 3 golden rules right there, right? But as you're playing this, you're gonna notice that you're probably gonna run into a bunch of knuckleheads that end up blowing themselves up, I don't know, landing in the water, smacking other people off of the platform and other things like that. But once again, this is like by far my favorite. Why? Because it's one strip we all have to land on, and it's not that big. So you can imagine more players, if there was like 6 versus 6, which I think this is the maximum of, it can get pretty crazy down here on the landing strip, I would say. So yeah, more points, the better off you're gonna be. Why? Because you're gonna be on the team that's winning. But also, there's like trolls too that you're gonna run into, like people that love to just basically float around in the air forever and then come down and try to smack into you, to smack you off of the scoreboard. Because if your car isn't on here, you're not gonna be making any extra money, right? So these are things we got to consider. So right there, that was pretty smooth, right? All 3 of us, we got that. Sometimes though, what you're gonna wanna do is wait around just for a little bit. So just looking at some payouts right here. So we won this, and it looks like we ended up getting a little over $23,000. That's just for one round too, and that stacks up. So we're going back and forth here, people. Ooh, look at that, knocked him out. Hey, buddy. Not my 5 spot. Nope, you need... You don't get my 5 spot. Did you see that? They both tried to go for it. So it can be a bit fun too. It's going to be a bit competitious, I would say. There's like one of my crew members coming in, it looks like, trying to get a piece of the action. I wasn't even live streaming this. Look at that payout right there. We ended up winning $170,000 and almost 12,000 RP. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice payout right there. And beyond of all the other things that you could be doing in the game to be making money, you know, like time trials, like the LS tags, like, bro, anything and everything you do right now in Grand Theft Auto, it seems like year 2025 makes you money in RP. So you guys get out there, take advantage of these 3 things, because it's going to be the top 3 things that are going to be the best ways of making money and ranking up here in Grand Theft Auto Online. Taking advantage of double cash and double RP and the community stunt races. Taking advantage of Franklin Payphone hit missions, dishing out double cash and double RP. And definitely taking advantage of Overtime Rumble right now, because even if you're on the losing side, you're still making gobs of cash. So if you guys enjoyed the video and it was helpful, be sure to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe for more content. Go check out more videos. And thank you all for watching. My name is GRAVESIGHT, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace.